Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. With the Storm Rising Archives event now over, I thought it would be a good time to take a look back at some of the biggest takeaways from this year's installment of the Archives event. From new characters to new revelations and new locations, Storm Rising was chock full of things to break down and analyze for the future of Overwatch. Just remember that these are my thoughts, and most of them will be pretty broad this time around as there's only so much to really cover. But I'd love to hear your own thoughts on the Storm Rising event as a whole and its impacts on the future of Overwatch down in the comments. But with all of that in mind, let's take a look at my 5 biggest takeaways from the Storm Rising event. At number 5, I have the story growth that the event created. Obviously, as an Archives event, Storm Rising did a lot to expand the story of Overwatch, and there's way too much story content in the event to cover all of it, but some of my personal favorite moments were seeing Maximilian, watching the new and improved strike team in action, seeing and listening to the interactions about the future of Overwatch in the middle of the mission, seeing Maximilian just sell out Doomfist, and who didn't love the Tracer cycle? The Archives event is always the one that I think shows how much the Overwatch team cares about the fans, and the amount of content featured this year shows just how big it was for Overwatch's story. And yes, the Storm Rising event did do a lot to expand the story of Overwatch, but I still can't help but feel that the story of Overwatch is starting to get more and more confusing with each new story element. But I've already talked about that enough. If you want more on that, you can check out the video in the description or in the cards. But overall, the story of Overwatch saw a lot of growth with Storm Rising, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the story goes from here. At number 4, I have the modern Talon operations. When we saw Talon in 2018's Retribution event, they were not quite the organization that they are in the modern day of the Overwatch story. Now, after being under the leadership of Akande Ogundimo for a couple of years at this point, we get a better look at how Talon got to be the organization that it is at the time of Overwatch's present story. Talon's purchase of Don Rombatico and the Seafort in Havana reminds me a lot of their position within the Vishkar Corporation, where Talon Inner Council member Sanjay Corporal has a prominent role. Talon seems to grow their operations by taking over small companies such as Don Rombatico to bring in a little added money for the group, while also spreading their influence globally by being influential with organizations like the Vishkar Corporation. But this is all speculation in terms of how they operate. The only way for us to learn more is to wait and see what's to come. But I thought the Storm Rising event did a lot to show how Talon operates around the world. At number 3, I have Havana. Possibly the biggest thing to be added with Storm Rising was the new escort map set in the picturesque city of Havana, Cuba. The map is full of tons of small, really nice details, from the theater to the many shops and restaurants, inside the distillery, inside the seafort, everywhere. There's so much to see on this awesome new map. More importantly, we see the role that the city of Havana plays in the story of Overwatch. As the location of the Storm Rising event, we see the scope of Talon and Overwatch operations in a new part of the world that we haven't really seen the Overwatch story explore yet. Plus, we got to see a map with some cool weather on it, which until now we haven't gotten to experience and may never experience again. Havana is a great setting for this mission, blending the retro look of Havana's streets with the futuristic look of Overwatch, and makes for an incredibly fun map as well. It's always nice to see new parts of the world represented in Overwatch, and I'm incredibly happy with what we got in Havana. At number 2, I have the new skins. It's impossible to talk about any new event without also talking about the new skins. While some of the skins don't reveal anything new for any of the heroes, such as Talon Baptiste and Guishin Bastion, some of the skins revealed new things about some of the others. Ashe's Socialite skin gives us a look at the importance of Ashe's less criminal side, while Scientist Moira gives us a look at the earlier stages of Moira's genetic research. Soldier 76 and McCree's new skins show a side of both heroes that we knew about, but had never actually seen in the game. Plus, we're treated to 3 completely random epic skins that really have nothing to do with lore, but they're not too bad. At least two of them are nice. But not Zarya's. That one. That one's bad. Finally, at number 1, I have the new heroes. Easily the biggest takeaway from the Storm Rising event this year is the 2 potential new heroes that the event introduced us to. First, we got a look at Sojourn, the Overwatch Strike Captain who's been under our noses since Ana was first introduced to us back in 2016. Jeff Kaplan confirmed that we'll be seeing her as a hero at some point in the future, and honestly, at this point, who knows what type of hero she will be, but I'm excited to see more of her in the future. Second, we were introduced to a mysterious Omnic character at the end of the mission, and while he hasn't been confirmed to be a hero in the future, I get the strong feeling that his introduction was the sign and a tease for a future hero. Based on his size and design, he may even be that Talon tank that many of the fans, myself included, have been clamoring for. Throw these two in with Echo and the Junker Queen, and we have the idea of who 4 potential future Overwatch heroes are. And while we did get to see Maximilian in action and on the run from Overwatch in this event, I definitely don't think he will be a new hero, and this event really reinforced that belief. But the other 4, I'm very excited to see what we get from them in the future, but there is still one major lingering question that I still want answered. Who is Liao? Anyway, those are my 5 biggest takeaways from this year's Archives event, the Storm Rising mission. All of the new information and unlockables that came with this event have done an incredible job to further develop the world of Overwatch, but as always, I am eager to learn much, much more. But we'll have to wait until the next thing. Hopefully, some comics, some animated shorts will be coming out in the not-too-distant future. But until then, I've got nothing else for you. So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, as it really helps out the channel. But until the next video, I am going to get out of here. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all later.